大家好，我是 Shang Guan Jie Wen. I am Jason from California. I'm living here in beautiful Wuhan, China. I'm here to talk about construction. You could probably hear those noises. That's the noise of, I don't know, hundreds of people working on these brand new buildings. And there's some brand new buildings a little bit far from here, but I mean, not a little bit close to here, but just far enough that these ones are blocking the view. But a lot of people in the Western mainstream media were like, the housing market in China is gonna collapse. Well, my wife and I, we were looking around in this area of Wuhan to see if that's true. Over the last few months, we've looked at quite a few homes. And we looked at the prices of the homes, and they went up, actually. So we saw one home that was 370,000 RMB, and the next time we asked, which was like the next day, it was 400,000 RMB. That happened to another house. We found a house that was 475,000 RMB. We called back a couple weeks later and it was 500,000 RMB. So that's like, it went up to from like 70,000 to $80,000 in the matter of a week or two. Now at the beginning of the year, you heard a lot of folks on CNBC and other Western mainstream media saying that the Chinese, real estate economy is collapsing. And this is the end of the Chinese economy. It's about the 100th time that some bloke or another has said that the Chinese economy is collapsing. And, well, now CNBC released an article about a week ago saying, oh, housing market's fine now, but it's not gonna be red hot. So it looks like they don't know what they're talking about at all. And they just kind of winging it based on a little bit of economic data that they don't really understand. See, the thing they don't understand is the Chinese economy is very different from the Western economy. The government and the people don't put things like the stock market first. That's one index. It is not the main index. Xi Jinping recently said, maybe a year ago, that housing was not for speculation, but rather it was for living. And I wish the West would pick up that and run with that too. Right now, a lot of Americans are really scared because Wall Street's buying up a lot of property. You can't really do that here in China because each consecutive property you buy, the taxes on that property increase. And there's a new system that's gonna roll that out even more. And so, all of these homes, I don't know, right around us, there's gotta be 40,000 new homes in Wuhan are being built just where I can see, not including the area next to here, which is like, I don't know, a kilometer away, 2 kilometers away. And that area actually has another 40 or 50,000 homes. The population of Wuhan, 2005, was like 4 million people. Now the population is roughly 10 million people. And people in China, they like to buy themselves some property, Every family is like a homeowner or two. I know one lady in Beijing, she has 5 homes. And so people love to invest in the real estate here, and they love to buy it for their kids. Kids, new kids get married in America, they're like, good luck, I hope you like renting. And new kids in China, their parents buy them a home, sometimes just outright, and sometimes there's a mortgage. Most people in China don't actually own a mortgage. What they own is the whole deal, everything, the whole property. They'll buy it completely, and then they start saving for retirement, cars, raising their kids well, things like that. So what I'm trying to say is, despite what folks, you can see there's some more construction way down there, that skinny building. A lot of folks say things about China, even people who sound professional, on big fancy websites and news channels, and they don't know what they're talking about. We are now on the bank of the Yangtze River. Up that way is Chongqing, a few hundred kilometers, and down that way is Shanghai, a few hundred kilometers, or maybe 1,000 kilometers. And these two huge cities are wrapped around Wuhan, connected by this giant river, this huge, beautiful, gorgeous river. And you can see straight across from me, there are houses going up, tens of thousands of homes. Down there, it's tens of thousands of homes, and way down there, just behind those boats over there, tens of thousands of homes. And this is just one pocket of Wuhan. You know, like there's places all over this place. There's probably 2 million homes being built right now across Wuhan. The population is between 11 and 13 million. Probably going to be 20 million by 2030. So real estate's not going down, it's going up, and people are buying and people are moving from the countryside. You know, like the government is arranging for people to be able to afford homes so they can move into big cities, so mechanization can take over agriculture. The economy in China is very complicated, and it's not market driven. It's only partially market driven. It's really driven by a lot of policy that is built to help people into affluence. And I've seen it over 10 years change the lives of millions of people. I've seen China change for the better, people's lives changing immensely. And it's an amazing, beautiful place. And I get tired of these boy who cried wolf economists in America who just don't get it. They're posted in like Hong Kong, that part of China, or they're in Singapore, or and they're talking about things they just don't get, they don't understand, and they use Western economic models to make bad predictions that are completely inaccurate and don't represent what's going down. And in December, January, February, a lot of huge, like, big brand names on TV and on the web were saying Chinese economy is going to collapse and stuff. And now here we are, like 6% growth a quarter later, and 10% growth over 40 years that America would kill for, and Chinese economy is going to eclipse the U.S. by 2028 or 2029. And I think that there's 3 reasons that these economists might be wrong. 1, incompetence. They don't know. They don't understand. Number 2, they're trying to protect their own investments by not letting other people in on the true reality that China is the place where the money should be. Or 3, that's part of a conspiracy to prevent FDI, foreign direct investment, from going into China because Western governments are jealous. And honestly, the 2 second ones sound too much like a conspiracy for my taste. So I'm going to go with incompetence. So I really think all these economists who get it wrong about China all the time, there's a whole bunch of ships moving towards Shanghai, it's kind of neat. I think what they need to do is put down all their Western economic models and really put their minds to understanding China better before they continue to make any more inaccurate predictions. And if you are thinking about investing in China, the last place you should be going is to some mainstream media source about what China is like and what the future of Chinese economy is like, unless you want to be only right about 5% of the time, because it's about how often they're right. All right, I live here, and I'm going to make some more videos for you to show you what China is really like, because I think what we need to do, you see this big, beautiful bridge? We need to build bridges. We need to build bridges between China and the rest of the world. And we need to show everyone, hey, that China is not like how it is represented inaccurately across a suite of billionaire-owned media in the West. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.